Hello there, IELTS podcast listeners. In this episode, we are going to have a quick chat with Lorraine, who finally passed the IELTS writing exam, and she will be going to Canada. And she just tells us what happened, what was wrong with her previous way of studying, and she also explains how she got a band 9 for the listening. So lots of value here, and the quality isn't amazing because the connection was far away, but there is some value there, and it'll be good listening exercise. It'll be a good listening exercise as well, so stick with it. All the best, and remember, if you need any help, send me an email. I'll be there and I'll reply and try and give you some tips. Okay? Well done for passing the IELTS.
Thank you.
Okay. Now, what I want to ask you is about, just tell me a bit about yourself, like what do you do in the Philippines and why you decided to take the IELTS and your previous scores. So tell us about yourself first, if that's all right.
I've been working as a nurse here for almost 2 years, and last year my parents and I decided that I should take the IELTS exam because I want to go to Canada. I want to flourish my career and also live in a foreign country.
Right.
I took the IELTS exam I took the exam for 5 times.
Wow.
Because I can't get the scores that I need for me to pass for the Canadian immigration criteria.
I see. 5 times. Wow.
Yes, 5 times.
That's
Very frustrating. 5 times.
I can imagine. Wow. Okay. And what was the part of the exam that caused the most problems for you?
It was the writing test. I always get grades of 6, but I really need to get 6.5. I don't have any problems with the reading, listening, and speaking. The only problem was definitely the writing part. So when I saw your site over the internet, I really immediately talked to you regarding your teaching for the writing exam.
I see. Uh-huh. And what were you doing previously regarding your IELTS preparation?
Before, I went to a review center here in the Philippines, and I think that they are not providing me enough information that I need for me to pass the IELTS exam. So eventually, I searched for new review centers in the internet, hoping that they'll give me tips and tricks that will really help me get the results that I need. However, because of my wrongdoing, there's a lot of information that's are different from one another.
Yeah.
But when I learned about your teaching and follow your instruction, it was very helpful.
Thank you. And what happened at the IELTS preparation center? How did they teach you there?
Well, they're just providing one-on-one coaching, and they're just giving a generalized overview on how you should answer writing test. However, they're not providing specific instructions on how to do it. So we students we students really don't know how to answer the exact um, IELTS writing.
I see. I see. It was like too general and too vague, possibly.
Yes, but,
I see.
notice that there's a lot of different kinds of essay writing, right, sir? But in that review center, they're not providing the specific what kind of things that we really should do. They're just providing us overview. So when I took my first, second, and third IELTS, when I followed them, I just got a grade of 6. So I guess it's really not a great
Mm.
advice.
I see. I see. And with these centres, you would go there, maybe catch the bus or catch the train, walk down, go to class, and have a tutor next to you giving you instructions. Is that what happened?
Yes, sir. And they're just giving us like 5 minutes. They're just going to check our paper, and then after that, there's nothing else. We're just going have to go over there the next day and wait for them to check our papers again.
I see.
I think inconvenient part because I'm my duty as a nurse is very it needs a lot of time. So at that time I was really having hard time going also to the review center to follow up my writing skills.
I see. I see. Yeah, the time involved is quite expensive, I imagine. Uh-huh. I see. So when you started with me, like what was the what helped you the most regarding the actual writing? Which part? What helped you? Do you think?
The very important points that I learned from you is the framework that you were teaching on how to properly formulate the introduction, the body, and the conclusion. All the sentences that you provided really helped me a lot. I think that it made my writing much easier to understand, and it's easy for me to make my own essay. So I think those are the things those are the things that really helped me a lot.
I see. Okay. And what were the problems you had before regarding the writing? Was it difficulty with ideas, or what were the main problems you had?
I think the problem I had before was I'm not very specific on the topic. I tend to give a lot of information that are not related to the topic. So that's why I guess that's why I just got 6 for the past IELTS exam.
I see.
I tend to give a lot of examples that are very out of the line. It's like I'm talking to another topic, so I think that's the reason why.
Right, I see. So from studying and using the structure, you got some focus, so to speak. Uh-huh.
Yes.
I remember now actually that the essays were like lots and lots of ideas, but that wasn't exactly necessary. What we needed was to sort of like focus and give stronger examples and just bring a bit of clarity to make it easier to read. Yeah, I remember very well.
Mm-hmm. I also had a problem with my tenses and my singular plural verb agreement.
Mm-hmm.
But I eventually learned about them, so I used it in my recent exam.
Uh-huh, yeah. And did you find the video correction useful?
Yes, it was very useful. And every time that I would make new essay for me to pass to you, I always listen to it and then analyze everything that you have taught me, so I won't make the same mistakes all over again. That kind of teaching method is very useful, sir. So
Ah.
I salute you on the way you teach us. So thank you very much, sir.
No, it was you, Lorraine. It was you who did it, who took action and learned and actively improved your essay as well. So I think it was a team. It was a team. Okay. Now, Lorraine, do you have any advice for some of the other students who might be struggling with the writing?
Well, first of all, before taking the IELTS exam, make sure that you are well prepared. You don't want to spend a lot of money in doing the IELTS exam. Of course, it's very pricey, so you really need to be ready. Also, you yourself should know what are your weakest points. You're the only one who can know that, and if you really have if you have having hard time defining what's wrong with you, I think you really should seek advice from professionals like you, Sir Ben. Also, keep on practicing, because during those practice you will eventually see the results, and you and then you will also find your own techniques on how you will answer the IELTS test. So I guess that practice will really be helpful in preparing for the IELTS, especially for the writing test.
I see.
Also, you have to read a lot, because you really need to make use a lot of words and complex sentences to make successful IELTS writing.
I see. And what did you read to help you with your preparation?
I used to read a lot of magazines and newspapers, because there's a lot of creative writers there. Also, in your internet and also in your website, there's a lot of examples of essay writings. I think that those kinds of writings will be a great example for you to write a good IELTS essay.
Okay, good advice there. And for the other modules, can you tell me your scores that you got for reading, writing, listening, and speaking, please?
Okay. Listening, I got 9.
Wow.
Reading, I got reading, I got 7.5, and then speaking, I got 7, and then writing, I got 6.5. But last time, I got a 7 in my writing.
Right. So it's gone from 7, and then it just changed to 6.5 in the AUK.
The topic was very hard.
I see. All right. And can you explain how you get a 9 in the listening? 'Cause that's incredible.
Last time, I just got a 7.5 in listening. So I tried really hard from that time to improve my listening by always watching TV shows, especially American series, wherein you really need to listen very intently so you can understand what they're trying to say. At first, I tried to watch those shows with subtitles, and then I tried to watch them again without any subtitles, so I can really understand what they're trying to say. Also, I keep on listening to audiobooks that are available in internet. It's very helpful, because it will those kinds of audiobooks, they the one who's talking really also have accents, different kinds of accents, depending on the character they're portraying. So those listening to audiobooks and listening to the TV shows really would really help me for my ideas.
Wow. Okay, good advice then. Good advice. And now that you've got your IELTS exam, what's the plan now? Did you say you're going to apply to be a nurse in Canada? Is that correct?
Yes, sir. I'm planning to. I'm already preparing all my papers for me to file for an immigration to Canada, and then while it's being processed, I will take again the IELTS, but I have to take the academic exam because they said that I have to take that for me to take the nurse profession. So I'm going to need your help again, sir. The academic course. Because I don't have any idea for the task one.
Okay, then don't you worry about it, Lorraine. What I'll do is I'll upgrade your membership so you've got the academic course, and I'll extend it. Okay, just to say thank you for doing the interview, and yeah, and what we can do, maybe do some more essay corrections and continue working on the task 2 just to maintain the high level you've already got, and then after you've watched a few modules on the academic task 1 course, you'll find it's easy, especially somebody like you who works hard and who's got a lot of enthusiasm and ambition, so it won't be difficult.
Thank you.
All right. Okay then. Well, Lorraine, thank you so much for doing the interview. It's been fantastic, and thank you as well for referring your friend.
Yes.
I really appreciate it.
I keep on telling them that they should really pay your website visit, because I know that they can also get the results that I need through your help.
Yeah, definitely. That's true. But they have to be willing to work. Okay, it's important. It's important that component. Okay then. Well, thank you so much, Lorraine. It's been wonderful to meet you. And yeah, get in touch when you're ready to start with the academic course. And I wish you all the best for your Canada application.
Thank you, sir. Thank you also for help.
You're welcome.
Okay, sir. My sister is also going to take your exam, sir.
Your sister?
I'm going to tell her about you.
Yes, tell her about me. And then when she gets in contact, tell her to tell me that she's your sister. Okay?
Okay.
And then she'll get special attention, of course.